Today I'm counting down the 7 greatest scenes from the Outlaw Josey Wales, a film that stands as one of the finest westerns ever made. Directed by and starring Clint Eastwood, this movie is packed with memorable moments, sharp dialogue and unforgettable characters. As we explore these scenes, I'll share what makes each one stand out and why this film has earned a place in my top 5 of all time. Let's dive right in now and start with my number 7. The scene takes place in the dusty small town of Santa Rio, where Josey Wales, played by Clint Eastwood, stands quietly in the shadows in the saloon. The tension builds as a bounty hunter walks in, intent on collecting the price on Wales's head. The encounter is brief but intense, with the bounty hunter realizing he's in over his head. Josey, calm and collected, delivers this iconic line.
What do you have?
I'm looking for Josey Wales.
That'd be me.
You're wanted, Wales.
I reckon I'm right popular. You a bounty hunter?
Man's got to do something for a living these days.
Dying ain't much of a living, boy.
In this next scene, we have Lone Waddy, who is played by Chief Dan George, and Granny, played by Paula Truman, who are tied to a wagon by Comancheros, as Josey Wales approaches with a white flag tied to his rifle, signalling a truce. This scene highlights the camaraderie between Lone Waddy and Granny, as Chief Dan George delivers one of his many great lines in this movie. This line is delivered by Lone Waddy's trademark dry humour as he warns Granny of what is about to take place.
If I figure this right, we're facing the sun. This ought to give him an edge.
Oh, who are you talking about?
What the hell does he want?
Looks like a parlay.
Well, you just gonna sit there all day? You're gonna ride out and see what he wants?
Get ready, little lady. Hell is coming to breakfast.
Now this brings us to my number 5, where the action moves to a small town general store and we see Josey encounter Union soldiers outside the store. As tension mounts, Wales, with his signature cool, delivers this classic line, and with the ensuing gunfight's classic western flair, witness Eastwood's character once again showing his lethal precision.
You're gonna pull those pistols or whistle Dixie.
After that heated shootout, Josey and Lone Waddy take a moment to reflect, and the conversation steers towards discussing the Indian girl, Little Moonlight, and how it was a pity she was no longer with them. In this scene, Lone Waddy comes back with a brilliant line when he responds to Josey Wales' reflection on his relationships. This line will go down in film history as one of the best and is pure gold from Chief Dan George. It's a perfect example of the film's blend of action and introspection.
Well, welcome to Texas, Mr. Lone Waddy.
I guess we ain't going to see that little Navajo girl again.
I guess not. I kind of liked her. But it's always like that.
Like what?
Whenever I get to liking someone, they ain't around long.
I notice when you get to disliking someone, they ain't around for long either.
And this brings us to number 3 of our top 7 scenes, where Lone Waddy first meets up with Josey Wales. Lone Waddy is waiting to capture Josey for the reward money, but instead finds himself caught off guard when Josey sneaks up behind him. What could have been a confrontation turns into a moment of connection, as Waddy shares his story of previous meetings with the white man. This is the beginning of their unlikely friendship, and is a pivotal moment in the film. Chief Dan George truly shined with his brilliance in this scene.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Name's Josey Wales.
I've heard of that name. Some said you'd be headed this way. And they said a man could get rich on reward money if he could kill you.
Seems like you was looking to gain some money here.
Actually, I was looking to gain an edge. I thought you might be someone who would sneak up behind me with a gun.
Where'd you ever get an idea like that? Besides, it ain't supposed to be easy to sneak up behind an Indian.
I'm an Indian, all right. But here in the nation, they call us the civilized tribe. They call us civilized because we're easy to sneak up on. White men have been sneaking up on us for years.
Cherokee, huh?
Yeah. They sneaked up on us and they told us we wouldn't be happy here. They said we would be happier in the nations. So they took away our land and sent us here. I have a fine woman and 2 sons, but they all died on the Trail of Tears. And now the white man is sneaking up on me again.
Seems like we can't trust the white man.
You bet we can't. We wore this frock coat in Washington before the war. We wore them because we belonged to the 5 civilized tribes. We dressed ourselves up like Abraham Lincoln. You know, we got to see the Secretary of the Interior. And he said, "Boy, you boys sure look civilized." He congratulated us, and he gave us medals for looking so civilized. We told him about how our land had been stolen, and our people were dying. When we finished, he shook our hands and said, "Endeavor to persevere." They stood us in a line. John Jumper, Chili McIntosh, Buffalo Hump, and Jim Puckmark, and me. I'm Lone Waddy. They took our pictures, and the newspaper said, "Indians vow to endeavor to persevere." We thought about it for a long time, endeavor to persevere. And when we had thought about it long enough, we declared war on the Union.
I never tire from watching that scene. Chief Dan George is a legend. My next scene is number 2 on my list, and is one of the most powerful scenes in the film, as Josey rides out to meet Ten Bears, the feared Comanche chief played by Will Sampson. They discuss life and death, honour and survival, and ultimately make peace. Ten Bears' line, "It shall be life," resonates deeply, a goosebumps moment for the viewer, marking a moment of mutual respect between 2 warriors.
You'll be 10 Bears?
I am 10 Bears.
I'm Josey Wales.
I have heard. You're the Gray Rider. You would not make peace with the Bluecoats. You may go in peace.
I reckon not.
Got nowhere to go.
And you will die.
I came here to die with you. Or live with you. Dying ain't so hard for men like you and me. It's living that's hard. When all you've ever cared about's been butchered or raped. Governments don't live together. People live together.
From governments, you don't always get a fair word or a fair fight. Well, I've come here to give you either one, or get either one from you. I came here like this so you'll know my word of death is true. And that my word of life is then true. The bear lives here, the wolf, the antelope, the Comanche, and so will we. Now, we'll only hunt what we need to live on, same as the Comanche does. And every spring, when the grass turns green, the Comanche moves north. He can rest here in peace, butcher some of our cattle, and jerk beef for the journey. The sign of the Comanche. That will be on our lodge. That's my word of life.
And your word of death?
It's here in my pistols, and there in your rifles. I'm here for either one.
These things you say we will have, we already have.
That's true. I ain't promising you nothing extra. I'm just giving you life, and you're giving me life. And I'm saying that men can live together without butchering one another.
It's said that governments are chiefed by the double tongues. There is iron in your words of death for all Comanche to see. And so there is iron in your words of life. No signed paper can hold the iron. It must come from men. The words of 10 bears carries the same iron of life and death. It is good that warriors such as we meet in the struggle of life or death. It shall be life.
Wow, is that something special or what? I still feel it deep in my bones. So very powerful. My top pick, however, is a scene where Josey Wales and the young man, played by Sam Bottoms, have been taken surprise by 2 hillbillies who plan to claim the bounty on Josey. After dealing with them in Wales's normal violent fashion, and they are about to ride away, the wounded young man suggests that they should bury them. Josey's response is cold but iconic, as I believe this line at the end of this scene is the best line, not just in this movie, but in any movie ever.
We got us the Josey Wales.
Oh, brown Rosie, the rose of Alabama.
Who is that?
Sweet tobacco posy.
Just a boy, he's
the
confused.
rose of Alabama.
Tell him to shut up.
Sweet tobacco posy is Pa? Is that ye, Pa?
It ain't your pa. Now shut up!
Pa, I got the gold right here, Pa.
What gold's he talking about?
There's no gold. He's crazy.
The gold me and Josie robbed from the bank, Pa.
Madge, take a look under that there blanket.
I got it right here. Thought you could use some help.
You get those holes a-leaking, I'm gonna lump you with a knotted plow line.
They ain't honest. I feel as pert as a rotten buck.
Good. Because I ain't hauling you all over hell's creation, dribbling blood over half of Missouri.
Wish we have time to bury them fellas.
Hell with them fellas. Buzzards gotta eat, same as worms.
These scenes are just a taste of what makes The Outlaw Josey Wales a timeless classic. From its unforgettable dialogue to its rich characters, this movie has left a lasting impact on me and countless others. If you haven't seen it, I hope this review inspires you to watch or revisit this Western masterpiece, because you don't ever want to go through your whole life having never watched The Outlaw Josey Wales. I reckon so.